us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Kevin has fake hair, a fake laugh, and a fake marriage. We all know he has a secret gay lover, too. Hashtag Kevin is fake AF.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Virginia looks like Gonzo from the Muppets and Howard Stern, like they had a baby.
Ugh.
She's so ugly, she scared the crap out of the toilet.
You hate us, you hate us, you
That's
hate
tough
us.
to do.
You hate the KVJ show.
Jason isn't funny or talented enough to be that stupid. He has less than zero going for him. No wonder he's a no-good alcoholic.
Okay.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Denny's is proof that God makes mistakes. KVJ also made a big mistake by hiring him. Potheads like him don't belong in radio, they belong in prison.
You hate us, you hate
Wow.
us, you hate us.
Lock 'em up.
You hate
Yikes.
the KVJ.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, what's up? It's Friday, everybody. Yeah, alrighty, here we go. Weekend, good times. Yeah, gonna take off my pants and get weird.
You won't do it.
Oh, don't push me.
Because-
Don't push me.
Because that just turns into a party. You start taking off your pants. I start taking off my pants. Virginia.
I don't have
Okay.
pants on, so there you go.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
I'm
let's get it
already
going.
ready for this party.
Oh, she's got her textbook witch's dress on today. Oh,
Yeah, what a shock. She's wearing all black.
This is the one that where she's the most evil in this dress.
Well, it's the No Name movie game today.
Yeah.
This is a dress of intimidation.
It works. I'm scared. It's like when Tiger wears red.
You're already in his head.
I got a witch dress on. You've got on a Lion King t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not intimidating.
I was
Yeah.
just watching The Lion King the other night. That is such a fantastic cartoon.
Yeah, it is
I
really
love
good.
it.
Have you seen the new trailer they have out for the whatever? I don't, what is that thing? What is it called? Is it live animation? What the heck did they do? I don't know. It's like it's real animals are acting. I'm so confused with the world. I don't know what's going on. Like, how'd they train these animals to act this way? They're so good.
Kevin, I immediately went to the comment section and I was
Yes.
hoping someone would explain it to me because I was confused as well.
I don't know what's going on.
Are they getting animals to act, or is this computer generated?
Yeah, is computer animation getting better? Are animal trainers getting better? I don't know what's going on. Are animals getting great? I
Are
don't know what's
animals
going
finally
on.
like, all right, we'll just do what you want?
Yeah, well, you know, all these years, yeah, we've been able to talk, all this kind of stuff you've seen in Disney movies. Yes, we can do all that. Now we're finally going to do it.
Manticore doesn't speak for us anymore. We're going to go ahead and just do your thing.
I
I
feel
don't know
like
what's going on.
I feel like you. I'm so confused with so much going on out there.
The whole world just, that's why I just go home every day and I hide.
And rock back and forth.
I crawl under my bed and I feel safe. I feel safe. The world is a scary place. So here we go. We got a Friday going on. We got lots of fun stuff like the No Name movie game, Sunfest tickets. We're going to be doing that coming up at about 7:20 today. So hang on, baby. Here we are.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind?
Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you have on your mind, Jay Bird?
Oh, I just want to thank the people who listen to our program, who always send me weird things that I can learn about. One of our listeners has this condition. Now, I hope I'm saying it right. It's called misophonia. Now, misophonia is characterized by intense emotion like rage or fear in response to highly specific sounds, particularly ordinary sounds that other people make. The cause is unknown. And she was telling me about how certain sounds makes her feel like she's driving, she's going insane. There's a member in her family that I guess the way they talk, there's a tone with the way they talk, and it just makes her want to punch the wall and pull her hair out, and the doctors have no idea why this condition happens.
Oh my gosh.
But some people have it, and it does. It makes you think you're completely losing your mind. Coughing, sniffing, nose blowing, those are just certain things that can trigger the condition.
Poor girl.
You end up
That's
becoming
tough, yeah.
very irritable. You have no idea why you're mad and why everything's, just going to crap for you.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is messed up.
The most common thing that triggers it is chewing. If someone's chewing and it's making a weird sound, it can do something to somebody's their equilibrium.
Is there any medication you can go on to like numb your sensitivity to all that?
She didn't say, I didn't ask her that, and she just said it's a condition she's living with, and that's very tough. And she said doctors don't know why it happens.
I mean, you want to talk about somebody that doesn't want to be around people.
Yeah,
That's
but
tough.
If people
Yeah.
set you off by all the little things they do, yeah, you would see why a person wants to be a hermit.
well, she sent me an article about another girl who had it, and the girl had no idea why she was acting out and why she was being so mean to everybody, and they couldn't figure out why she always felt like she was going insane, and they finally diagnosed her about 8 years later.
Wow.
And some people out there could have something like that. You wonder why you hate people.
You're right.
It might just be
That'd be tough to deal with.
your genetics.
Yeah.
That's
Dang.
crazy.
Yeah, misophonia. And if I'm saying it right, I'm sure you've already texted Kevin.
Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I'm in a very cookie mode last night, coming off of Fork and Cork. And getting ready for Crawfish Festival, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah.
So last night at the Fork and Cork, a huge success, by the way.
That's great.
We raised over $11,000 for Little Smiles.
Dang, all
In
right.
one
Yeah.
night. The volunteers were out there. We had so many nurses show up from like all the area hospitals that always work with Little Smiles. They came out to volunteer. We sold raffle tickets. It was a massive success.
Did I see one Virginia Syndicate on the news?
You did.
What?
No big deal. I was doing
Wow.
a weather stand-up, they call it.
You multimedia.
What does that mean for people that are not in the business like us, Virginia?
So they go out live to the hottest events in town, and well, it just so happened to be Fork and Cork last night. And Chris Martinez from Channel 25
Okay.
was doing hey, we're out here today. Let me tell you about the weather, because I'm actually in the weather. And so he's like doing a live stand-up weather
Okay.
report from Fork and Cork, and we talked about the Little Smiles angle.
I am in the business and had no idea what that is. I didn't know what that was called.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, like the satellite truck was there from Channel 25. Like, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
it was fun. It was a good time.
How about that?
You looked good on TV, I gotta tell you.
Well, thank you.
Well, look at you. Huh?
Maybe I should get out of radio.
Yeah, go.
TV's a calling.
Go, leave. You can start by...
Your beauty is not being given justice.
I mean, you're already... I give you a compliment and you're like,
Well,
We'll ride this.
TV's calling for you.
no, it's not.
I want to just take a quick moment, what is on my mind, to give a shout out to a great local broadcaster that we lost this week. Andy Preston had spent 28 years on the Gator. We had worked with him for 14 years, saw him in the hallways. He was one of those guys that absolutely loved his job. He loved radio. He loved what he did, and he did it with passion. He did it the right way. And sadly, this week he is no longer with us, but I just want to take a moment to make a note of that, to give him a shout out for a broadcasting career that was well done and setting the tone. I mean, we're celebrating our 20th. He was at 28, and so he was just one of those legends of the market that, put in his time and served the community well.
The thing that was really awesome about Andy was it didn't matter what position you had in the company, whether you were an intern or the top boss, he treated everybody kindly
Yes, he
and
did.
with respect.
Yes,
that was
he
the
did.
first thing I noticed about that cat.
Yeah, he always did. And you saw him in the hall, you'd be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? He'd be like, oh, I'm just rocking my life away, man.
Yeah.
And that was kind of his response. And so he loved it. He threw notoriously great parties. If you sat down to have a beer with him, man, he had some of the best stories that were out there.
Stories that always had a great payoff.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you'll sit with somebody and they'll be telling you stories and you're like, oh my gosh. Not Andy.
Yeah.
His stories were like, whoa, really? That happened?
Yeah, they really were. So he had some great stuff, an entertaining dude just with a great heart. So just wanted to take a moment to give a little bit of love to Andy Preston.
It was really awesome, too, to see how many people on social media celebrated his life. I mean, he really impacted a lot of people.
Yeah.
And sending love to Amy, his long long time girlfriend who's
Yeah.
got to be devastated to lose her man. I was messaging her yesterday on Facebook, and I told her that you guys all send your love. And
Big time.
She thanked us so much for
Yeah.
reaching out and saying how sweet it was to reach out.
Yeah,
So
nothing but
our
love
thoughts
to her.
and prayers for you, Amy.
Absolutely. Got a home speaker? People at Amazon are listening. That's the revelation that came out, and the company's not denying it.
That is not good news.
But are they listening just to listen? Are they just wanting to hear gossip?
Let me tell you what's going on, and you tell me if it bothers you or not. There basically was 7 former employees that came forward with these revelations to let you know that, yes, we are listening. What happens is about as many as 1,000 clips every single day are analyzed by Amazon workers every single shift. They have employees that come in, and it's like, okay, start listening through these clips. Now, some of them hear stuff that amuses them, and then apparently they will share it with others, be like, oh my gosh, you got to hear this. This is funny stuff.
Why are they analyzing it, though?
The reason why they're analyzing it, Amazon says, and they do admit to it, that, this is something we do, but we do it to help us train our speech recognition and natural language understanding systems. So Alexa can better understand your requests and ensure the service works well for everyone. That is the Amazon official statement.
Likely excuse, whatever. You can listen to anybody about anything. They have complete access to you.
They are insisting all information is treated with high confidentiality, but the contradictory statement is by the 7 employees who say, yeah, we laugh at stuff and we share it, and we even find things that are also alarming. And this, I think, would be the moral dilemma of Alexa. They talked about some of the things that they had heard. They had, stuff like a woman singing in the shower, and they're like, ha, 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 listen to this chick belt it out, she's terrible or whatever. But they also had a sexual assault that they had captured the audio of. So that then is the dilemma of, if you are a tech worker at Amazon, do you not hold some kind of moral responsibility to let 911 know that, hey, there is a crime that is being committed? We're picking up the audio for it right now.
Whoa, that's heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I think you got the dilemma. And here's what they got. They say the recordings are linked to the customer's first name, the device's serial number, and even their personal account number. So I'd assume with all the information they have on you out there in the world, they can link all this stuff together, and they could easily find your address and get 911, the cops over there in a heartbeat.
As much as I like the fact that they can save people from that, I don't like this overall. I do not like the idea of strangers listening in at any given point. I don't know you, Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, I say stuff in the 4 walls of my house that is pretty messed up. I don't want anybody hearing it.
The overall of your privacy is in jeopardy on something like this. I think that. I mean, you got to be able to go home and speak your mind without anybody listening. I'm sorry. That's a major. Don't you think that's important in life?
I am going to unplug this thing unless I'm using it.
Okay,
It's
but I mean,
not going to sit in the corner just plugged into the wall waiting for me to give it a command.
well, but really the hardest thing about it, though, is like you're like, oh, I got to go plug in it. And then if I remember right, I don't use mine often, but if I remember, like, when I try to, it's got to then boot up, and it takes a second.
It takes a second.
And then I always have that problem where it's like, not connected to the internet. And you're like going, oh, why? And you're like, oh, and you're trying to figure out why it's not connected to the internet. And it becomes a big pain in the behind.
In my house, the only one that really uses it is Rocco. So it's not worth it for me. I'll be talking a gang of crap about probably a lot of people.
But
In this room.
In this room.
But then is Alexa going to listen to that, and they're going to be like, hey, let's send this off to that person she's talking crap about?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's the idea of somebody listening.
So this is game-changing news for you. This bothers you
Yes.
enough that it's like going, okay, because all I am hearing about, the numbers of home speakers are going through the roof. Like, it's crazy how many people are now using them. And so will this deter people?
We have 2 of them. Mags has one in her room, and then we have one that Rocco likes to move around from room to room. I am unplugging that thing. I don't want anybody hearing what I'm talking.
I do wonder, are we getting too clever for ourselves? Do we have to be so connected?
Yes. There's a room of people
Yeah.
sitting listening to what you and your family are talking about in your privacy of your house. They're listening to you and analyzing what you and your family joke about, kid about, laugh about.
But, okay, are they using it for anything? I mean, they're using it for their own amusement in certain circumstances, and they're not listening to every clip out there. It sounds like they're taking just a small, random sample, to use for analytics to try to improve their technology at Amazon.
The reason why it's a big deal, it's not because, as I agree, they're not going to be listening to Virginia say stuff, but what it does is it gets the ball moving in a direction where now if they can do it, other people and other companies are going to start listening to you. It's going to get so big to the point in 10 years, anybody's going to have access to your house, and that's what I'm talking about.
What's to stop? Okay, say that you have a lawsuit, which everybody in this room I'm looking at right now, we've all had a lawsuit. What's to stop somebody that is suing us from teaming up with Amazon and saying, hey, I want access to that audio. You own it. Can I buy it from you? Yeah, sure. We'll do a side deal. You can buy whatever audio you want.
I don't think it'd be admissible in court. I think that's what you're seeing.
But it would show your hand in any kind of lawsuit situation.
Yeah, I don't know how they could use that against you. I mean, that's what you're seeing right now with the Robert Kraft stuff. What, exactly is admissible in those kind of proceedings.
Well, Virginia's saying it doesn't matter about the court, because I get it. Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to use that in court, but your life is already ruined because something's out there.
And you've already shown your hand. In a lawsuit, a lot of times it's positioning. If somebody's able to hear what's going on in your house when you and your family are discussing what you're going to do about financial matters.
All I'm saying is it just sets a bit of a trend for the future that anybody in other companies, you think Amazon's going to be the only place that's going to want to get access to you? Next thing you know, it's going to be other things and other products that are listening to everything you say.
Somebody said, guys, the story is it's not listening to you in your house. It's analyzing questions that you ask. Well, I just know in the story that I read, it said that it captured a woman singing in the shower and also a sexual assault. So during a sexual assault, was someone asking Amazon questions?
Hey, Alexa, how's the weather? I'm raping somebody. That doesn't usually happen.
So I'm going off the story that I read in 2 different locations that said that. So if they were asking questions during a sexual assault, that's okay. I don't know. Maybe there's more to it that I don't fully understand.
It sounds like it just cuts on and listens to you when it wants.
That's fine. Sometimes, if you're going to text us that we're wrong, at least have a follow-up. Call in. I want to debate this. I want to get the facts.
Just let me know what we're getting wrong about, because that's exactly what it said verbatim in 2 different stories I read.
It's eavesdropping.
I mean, Virginia's so hot mad right now.
I don't like it.
We got to fan her down.
I talk a gang of crap.
Oh, we know. We've heard.
Let me see. Got a couple things here just to kind of add to it. The data caught by Alexa is not live by the time they listen to it. Plus, if you're afraid of people hearing your naughty crap, don't say crap at all, Virginia.
Well, that's no way to live. Your house is your sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm in my house and I'm going to talk a gang of crap, and that's not going to change. You know what is going to change? I'm unplugging Alexa.
It's not even about, Kev, it's not even about talking a gang of crap. It's just about your right to privacy. That's what it's about. Yeah, not everyone talks a gang of crap, but some, like the woman singing, stuff like that. It's just the beginning stages is all I'm saying. I don't think Amazon, I don't think Alexa, I don't think they're trying to bring you down. But something to think about for the future.
Somebody said Virginia's unplugging her Alexa, then she has to turn off her phone until she uses it too. The phone can record the same way, but that company hasn't told us they're listening like Amazon has.
That's what I'm saying. They're all listening to you.
They're all a bunch of jerks, and I'm turning everything off.
Okay. Okay.
I need to be able to gossip and not stress about it.
Okay.
That's very important to me.
Somebody said it takes the federal government 24 hours to get a warrant to put a speaker inside your house. It takes the state of Florida less than 48 hours to get a warrant to put stuff in your house. You put this stuff in your house for free, and you'll let them listen to it.
Yeah, they're right.
They're right. We're idiots.
Don't get Denny's talking about that. He thinks they're all on the take.
Denny's, you would never put that in your house, would you?
Oh, any of the listening stuff? Nah. There was a lawsuit a while back with Samsung when they were building televisions. They were putting a secret microphone in there so they could listen and then advertise stuff to you. And they got caught and they had to pay back everybody $12.
Denny's random facts.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, there's a couple companies when they were building televisions, they were sneaking microphones in them, so they were getting in trouble for it. There's a couple companies who got hit with that lawsuit.
Interesting.
Do you see why people would be upset about this?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like being surveillanced. I mean, we're already being surveillanced by a bunch of people, so the advertisers kind of bumps you out because they're using it solely to exploit you and sell you stuff.
I got a Samsung TV. I don't think I got my $12.
What year is it from?
Good question.
So I think the lawsuit was somewhere around 2010.
Ultimately, I for me personally, at least with the listening in, until I really get burnt by it, And I'm like going, oh my gosh. And maybe by then it's too late and it could ruin my entire life.
You're a Boy Scout.
Yeah, but it is kind of interesting. I mean, there was Kentucky John. He went on, just did a Google search of me to see what he could find. And this kind of lets you know, I had no idea. Apparently, I've got some kind of like coolness rating, or there's something about like what was his, like whatever my character is, and is like I'm in good standing. I'm not great. I'm okay. Apparently, people can rate me as a person.
Wait, what?
Rate you as a person.
Yes, that was part of it that is on here. This is just a Google search. And I mean, what they have on here, it's kind of it's a reputation score, 3.67. I don't know if it goes to 5 or what it is, but I'm at a 3.67
out of 20.
Because I mean, 3.6 out of 5 isn't that great.
Yeah, and the stuff they have on here, it's relatively accurate. Kevin Ralston is 45 years old. He's born on 6/21/73. Before moving to Kevin's current city of West Palm Beach, he lived in Fresno, Kansas City, Secaucus, New Jersey. Also answers to K.L. Ralston. No, I don't. And perhaps a couple other names. Okay. It says religious views listed as Christian, ethnicity is Caucasian, political affiliation is unknown. As of this date, Kevin is married. His personal network of family, friends, associates, and neighbors include, and he's got, people that I hang with apparently. They have my reported annual income and net worth. So.
Really?
Yes.
Is it right?
I don't think so.
But he don't know because his wife pays the bill.
Yeah, I'm not really, honestly, I'm not positive how much I make, but I don't think it's right. But I just wonder, like, how they even thought that they had the annual income right. Like, where is it that they've gotten this information, and what is it that somehow?
And what's this thing called again?
Yeah, I want to
This
look
is
up.
just a Google search, I think, right, Denny's?
Yeah, I think you just Googled Kevin Ralston.
Because the one thing that comes up when I Google you is that fake report that's on you about how you are a cocaine user and you were arrested for all this stuff you weren't arrested for. It's like all these charges against Kevin.
I keep sharing that.
But do you remember that thing?
Yeah.
It like completely trashed his character. It said you were illegally selling drugs at your gym.
Anybody who believes that, that's pretty awesome.
But that's just weird. That's what is that?
What was the name of it again? You said a name when you were describing it. What it is? It's your personality and like.
Yeah, it was Denny's took the paper, and I don't have it off the top of my head. Yeah, reputation. Somebody said those reputation scores are fake. The website sets the score, not from someone rating. And it's like that for everyone.
Reputation score.
Yeah, but, that's just it. There are things like that you go online about yourself. We're talking about the information we put out there, and people are representing that stuff as fact. And so as people are reading that, they want to read that about me and form opinions on who I am. Be like, oh, he's kind of a jerk, and wow, he doesn't make any money.
When I type in Kevin Ralston, the first thing that comes up is Kevin Ralston, new hair.
Is it really?
It's the first related search.
That's that sums me up, huh? Kevin Ralston, new hair.
Aww.
All right, there you go. What do you get when you Google yourself? I'm kind of curious. You can let us know here at the KVJ Show. Got some celebrities having a birthday today. What up to Claire Danes? She is turning 40 years old today. Had that great special. I think it was Showtime. Was that Homeland? Is that what I'm talking about? I watched like the first couple seasons, and I think it's one of those shows I got to pick back up again.
Okay.
But she was a big star of that. Shannon Doherty used to be on 90210, turning 48 today. Andy Garcia, he has been in so many great movies. He was in Ocean's 11.
Yes, he
was great in that. Whatever you need, kind of like sophisticated mob boss guy, Andy Garcia is your man.
He was in Stand and Deliver.
Yep. David Letterman turned 72 today as well. So happy birthday to them. Also got to say happy birthday to Uncle Quinn.
Aw, Uncle Quinn.
From Matt, Shannon, Rory, and Cade, you can officially rent a car. There you go. Good stuff.
By the way, running a car, kind of overrated. I thought it was going to be a lot more exciting. I was late turning it in. A lot of late charges.
Also, Rocky from Boca, happy birthday on Sunday.
Hey, Rocky.
Also, happy 7th to Santino from Mammy, Pape, Sienna, and Papo.
Santino.
Also, 7th birthday goes out to Veronica Bianica. All right, there you go. From Mama, Papa, Ariella, and Granny Moo.
Veronica.
Granny Moo.
Apparently a day full of great surprises. Wouldn't you like to have a day full of great surprises?
Yes.
Yes, great surprises.
Great surprises.
Not like surprises like, oh, surprise, your ex-girlfriend just called and she's pregnant.
That's not a great surprise, no.
No.
Great surprises, not great, no. Happy birthday to my wife, Cheryl Whitehurst. That's from Steven. Ava's turning 8. That's from Brian Mom. Ari Peanut Pickles, Batman and Robin. You got Mama having a birthday from Jocelyn Pongo, Perdita, Harley, and Chloe. Jimmy James, you having a birthday. Molly and Miss Thang saying what up. 8th birthday goes to Hayden from Mom, Dad, and Ava. And finally, happy birthday to Alberto, Haiti, and Mickey. All birthdays in the month of April. So there you go. Kind of just throwing them all out there today to get it going. All right, coming up here in a couple minutes, we got a hot ticket, Sunfest. That is going to be the next big music festival on deck after we get through Tortuga this weekend. If you would like to go, we got your tickets to go see either One Republic, Diplo, G-Eazy, BB Rexa, Revolution, just some of the bands going to be there. You want to play the No Name Movie game?
Woohoo, you bet we do.
Yeah, baby. It is on deck and ready to go. You just got to jump on, pair up with a member of the KVJ show to play next. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. Welcome to the Friday KVJ show. And time once again for the No Name Movie game. Got some big tickets on the line today. Sunfest is what you could win here today. We start out with Kent in Port St. Lucie, pairing up with Virginia. Hello, Kent.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. I'm sorry, what did you say? What was the first part?
I was saying good morning, guys. I think my phone broke up.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, here we go. Virginia is going to give you some clues. In the No Name Movie game, she cannot use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. We're going to give you 60 seconds on the clock, okay?
All right.
I believe Virginia's the champion.
Oh, I do. I have the belt. Look at this.
We gotta let the
You
people
seem
know.
so pumped.
Come on, man. People like the belt, man.
They do?
I think they do.
I know, because they
You
keep
like the
stealing it.
belt.
I think the belt it's breathed new life into the No Name Movie game.
What?
What?
What was that?
You been drinking?
Just play your game. Not yet, but I'm going to start.
That might be a good idea, actually. Gives you a good excuse. All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
Pass. Pass. It's an animated film, and it's also another name for chocolate. It's hot chocolate. It's called what? Animated.
Bud?
It's a Mexican animated film from Disney. Pass. Pass on.
Coco.
Good. If you don't have a mom and dad, you're a what?
Foster.
Nope. It's the name that the child is.
Orphan.
Yes.
Orphan.
He's from Australia. He's named after not an alligator, but a
Crocodile Hunter.
pass. If you wrap yourself up in toilet paper for Halloween, you going as a
Mummy.
yes.
Mummy.
It's a basketball team from Indiana.
Pacers.
Yes.
Hoosiers.
Yes. I want to be like you. Ooh, ooh. It's a cartoon from Disney. I want to walk like you, talk like you.
Moana.
Okay, we got the 4 spot on that.
Is it enough to win the tournament? I think not.
Okay, well, we'll find out here. We're going to go to Brittany in Jupiter. Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
Okay, are you ready for this?
I am.
Okay, let's hope so here. All right, 60 seconds, No Name Movie game. Denny's is fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Look, he's the guy to beat, really. He's had the best 2019 season in the No Name Movie game.
He had that month-long win streak that
He
was
did.
going on.
And everyone's been talking about it.
Oh, I know. Really
Clearly.
impressive stuff. Really impressive stuff. All right, so here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
There's a fault line here in California. It's a famous earthquake zone. It's a name of an area. Pass that one. Let's see. This is pass that one. This is if you are very suave with the women, you would be considered it's an old term for a suave person with women. It's tough. Pass that one. If there's a lot of men at a party, it's also an animated film they made. It's a term for that.
Is she even on the
Your
line?
partner phone.
Men at a party?
Oh, so it's a slang term for a lot of men at a party, and it's also an animated film they made just about 2 years ago. Pass that one. Let's see here. This is if kids are espion.
Can't say
Oh,
kids.
jeez, pass that one. He cuts he's got these on his hands to cut.
Can't say
Can't say hands.
Jeez, I'm falling apart.
You remember how to play this game?
I forgot. This is a place with dinosaurs. Kids get sucked there.
What? Delete that. Delete that.
I pass that one.
Oh, that was just terrible.
Miho, what
that's
happened?
oh my god.
Halfway through, I thought she hung up.
Sweet Miho, that was.
And my clues were awful, so.
And it ended with that?
And you said
Child
the murder-
molestation?
And you said the most disturbing sentence that we've had on the air this year.
They got sucked back in time, right?
Oh gosh, let's just forget that happened.
Well, you didn't say back in time.
Yeah.
That's the worst minute of this week.
That's the worst. And we've had a lot of bad
We've
minutes.
had a lot
Dan.
of bad minutes, and that's the worst. The worst minute we did all week long was right there. Oh, good Lord. That was terrible. Terrible. Top to bottom awful. All right, we got Paul on the line here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Paul.
Hey, good morning.
All right.
Paul, I don't gotta tell you how much this means to me. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I need to beat the witch.
It's up to you to save this sinking show. Come on. All right, you ready for this?
Paul?
Ready.
Okay, man.
All right, here we go. You've got to beat 4 here in the No Name Movie game. All right, your time begins now.
Bring it down. Opposite of bring it down. Stick it down. Nah, pass. Ribbit, ribbit. Oh, look at me. I've got a crown. Ribbit, ribbit. Look at me. I've got a crown. Ribbit, ribbit. What cartoon is that? She's got a crown. Ribbit. Are you there?
Pass.
Okay, pass. The opposite of a day walker is what? A day walker opposite of that. Ooh, I like to slither in the darkness. Darkness.
Nightwalker.
No, night. But ooh, babies do this. Babies get on. Pass. 11 peaceful women. What's the opposite of 11 peaceful women? It's about a jury.
11 angry women.
No, but that opposite of women. It's a black and white movie. They force you.
11 angry men.
No, pass. You are a spiritual. What?
You both got a goose head?
Do we both get zero? Miho,
What's happening?
This is terrible.
was that worse than Denny's?
This might be the worst anybody's ever done.
Oh,
Get
this is
down, you
happening.
sore
Wait,
winner.
what did he say going into it? He's like, 4 is not going to be enough.
It's not going to win the tournament.
Not going to win the tournament. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
I was over that ball. Dang.
Do you want the names of them?
Wow.
The Princess and the Frog, Ribbit Ribbit,
Yeah.
Step Up,
Was stick out.
Nightcrawler, 12 Angry Men, and Ghost Rider. Over, huh?
Oh, man.
You got
Ooh,
one?
yeah.
I don't think we said Denny's.
Yeah, what was the one about
Mess.
the kids and sucking?
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost.
Hey, kids get sucked here? What?
The land of...
Okay, remind me not to take my kids.
Do not take your
got
children
it.
to the land of the lost.
That was so terrible.
It's PG-13 for sure.
Oh, I think it should be R.
Yeah.
PG-13.
The ratings have changed.
If you're 14, it's fine.
You can tell Denny's is not a parent.
You're right. I'm like, let them watch
It's
it.
not acceptable for any age. Kent, congratulations. You got tickets to Sunfest.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. That was a real nail biter.
Oh, so smug.
That was a real
You
name.
are clearly...
He was so worried that he wasn't going to win.
That was so smuggy.
That's the best.
That was good.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
What a terrible round.
Bad. Just bad stuff. There's some fun stuff. I always like these lists where movies, for some reason, don't always do great at the box office. Sometimes it has to do with marketing, and I think, too, there's just some movies don't play well in theaters for whatever reason. But then when they get to streaming and so many people watch movies at home now, they just, I don't know, they play well for whatever reason.
That's what happened with that one comedy, Office Space. I love that movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and it did terrible in the box office.
Yeah, it just,
and then became a cult classic after.
You can almost kind of feel, and I think Hollywood's kind of getting it, like you're seeing movies that they really hype up, the action hero movies, superhero stuff, A Lion King, something like that is just got box office blockbuster written all over it. And then you got these kind of like little offbeat comedies that just seem to play a lot better on a Netflix or a streaming service or just when you're home watching it. Yeah, Office Space now has a 78% score with audiences, and it was a box office bomb.
If you guys have never seen that, I really recommend that. It's such a relatable movie when it comes to dealing with bosses and managers. If you've ever had a job, you got to deal with, it's really, really good.
Yeah, and it's really kind of surprising for me sometimes when I will scan over a movie, because I do that about once a weekend, just kind of going through looking for something to watch, and I'm like going, oh, that was a flop. And then I get on, I'm like going, wait, how's that have great ratings? And there's a list of some of these movies that are just like that. Like Soul Plane, the movie that came out with Snoop Dogg, people would laugh at it, how bad it was. It got a 33% from the critics, but 86% with the audience.
That's why I don't listen to critics, man. Critics, all it is an opinion. It's it.
The movie Corky Romano that had Chris Kattan in it, 20% from critics. Notoriously bad, but 77% of audiences like that movie.
Aww.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see it?
I have not seen that movie.
I haven't either, but it seems like something I would like.
You would probably like that movie.
I would probably like it a lot.
Without a Paddle with Seth Green. I watched that. It's decent.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad movie by any means.
29% from critics, but 88% with the audience. And I would say it's good. I mean, I would give it a B minus.
Yeah.
It was worth watching. I would never watch it again, but it was worth watching once. Ready to Rumble with David Arquette, 23% from the critics, 86% with audiences.
Yeah, I'm with the critics on that one. That movie's terrible.
Is it?
It's that wrestling movie that brought down WCW.
And then from back in the day, The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, 30% from critics and 88% with the audience.
That's a good movie, man.
It's one of those ones I would, if I paid money to see it in a theater and was hyped up for a theater experience, I'd be like, ugh. But I mean, watching it at home, you pay what, $3.99 or $4.99, whatever it is, and you're like, okay, that was a cool little ride for a couple hours, kill a little bit of time.
It was always on HBO, and that a lot of times you were forced to watch what they would put on there, and that's how you watch some of these movies that you would never watch, and that was one of them. And I didn't think it was a bad movie at all.
I think that's kind of why some of those movies play a little bit better at home, because there's less invested. And you're like, okay, that was cool. For what I invested into it, it was worth the payment. So a lot of those flicks are out there. Give them a chance.
Virginia's awfully quiet. All we have to do is talk about movies, Kevin. She doesn't speak.
I know, right?
Found.
So for the rest of the show.
My voice is like very tender today, so I'm trying not to speak a lot anyway.
You have tender tonsils?
I do.
Okay.
We couldn't tell at all.
I sound really like a troll.
You got forked and corked last night?
I did.
Oh, well, she was big time media woman last night. She's doing interviews on the news.
She saved her good voice for the TV.
Yeah, she didn't forget about old K and J.
I kept dragging in here like, ugh, hot mess.
I'm not giving my best for a measly medium like radio. I really think that the Bachelor boot camp is having a positive effect on Suits. We just found out this week that he just can't even help the sexiness that he's protruding now after this intense training. He's just going in to get sandwiches, and the ladies who are making his sandwiches are like going, "For you, monsieur, there will be no charge."
He got a free sandwich.
Well, look at him.
Just from being like a nice guy that looks good and has it together. She did not know that he was Suits from the radio.
His hair is so on point right now. I think this boot camp is helping.
Yeah. Pretty amazing stuff. Well, coming up here, we got another round of the Bachelor boot camp as he's improving. We're definitely seeing this in just a couple of weeks. Third week now. We're going to be doing this, and I need a couple ladies to hop on the line here to kind of like help him out. We've kind of decided to make it challenging by putting him up against another dude here on the KVJ show.
An expert when it comes to talking to women.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Nobody gets them all hot and bothered like the bird. Can I get an amen?
A lot of ladies are saying, amen, bird.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the middle of my cooking demo last night.
Okay.
And some single lady brought up Jay Bird. Oh, is he still single? I'm like, yep, he's perpetually single, girls. And then the girl in the back goes, I want to stab at that. I want to try it. I'm
Okay.
like, go for it,
Open
girl.
season.
I don't know if I would tell you to go down that path, but you can try. Walls Pennington, you ain't getting over that wall.
Bachelor v. Bachelor coming up here. And ladies, if you hop on the line, I'm going to hook you up with a $50 Hoffman's chocolate gift card.
Ooh, $50?
Oh, yeah.
Like a Hoffman's credit card? You go in there
basically,
and
yeah.
you just swipe away?
Oh, yeah. Whatever you want.
You've
Buttercream,
never-
chocolate fudge, Virginia. Oh, yeah.
You never sounded sexier.
Fat Kevin's sexy.
Yeah, they got chocolate-covered Oreos.
Oh, they have chocolate-covered strawberries. They have the chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yes.
They have some of the most delicious candy. You can buy it by the pound and pick your favorites. Their peanut butter is out of this world.
Yep. Okay.
Don't get me started.
Couple ladies we need here for the Bachelor Boot Camp to be our judges here. Who gives the better response to each question that are actually taken from the TV show The Bachelor? This is stuff that they press them with.
And we have some booze in here. I mean, if we're going to throw drinks on these cats, we can throw real drinks.
In my mouth. Don't waste this whiskey.
Yeah.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah.
This stuff is smooth. This is a black barrel. This is good.
Yeah. Gonna say, yeah, we need to drink the booze, throw the water.
I'm so pumped now. We have Publix liquor stores open. I don't have to go to that one place where every time I leave, someone's asking me about drugs. I can finally go to a good liquor store.
Well,
You don't get shook down.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of handy, though. You could get your booze and your drugs at the same spot. I mean, Publix doesn't
Publix
offer
is
that.
doing that now a lot, like the new store on Alton, that new one on Donald Ross. That one's got a liquor store. I was
Oh, okay.
very excited to see that.
I'm not the one liquor store. You know the one I'm talking about. Someone tried to sell me ecstasy, and then his son was trying to sell me chocolate bars.
How much?
Oh, you can get everything you need for a weekend all in one stop.
That is a real story, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here we go, gentlemen, senors. The Bachelor Boot Camp is back in session with our two bachelors, Jay Bird and Suits.
No.
Now, you brought up Suits' hair. What are you doing with your hair? It's a little different.
Oh, I try to style it, but I'm not very good at it, so it ends up different every single time.
I think it looks good. I think more of a loose, relaxed feel
I
looks good.
threw some mousse in it this morning to try and then a little bit of
It looks like a tropical
product.
wave.
I like it.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
In a sea of sex is what I see.
Sea of sex. That's what I'm
A
seeing.
sea of sex, and I want to go swimming.
Okay.
You don't swim well.
I mean, if anybody's going swimming there, I don't know if I want, no offense,
We got some ladies on here to help be the judges of the answers that our bachelors give today in the Bachelor Boot Camp. We got Sarah from Twitter here. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, happy Friday.
Yeah.
Hey.
Gosh, I love the name Sarah. It's beautiful like the evening wind.
Okay. Lori is on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Lori.
Hi.
Hey, Lori, how's it going?
Lori, oh, such a glory.
Good.
Jay Bird already butt kissing our judges.
Who? Jabard.
Jabber.
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 It's the French pronunciation.
Oh, it is. Okay, Jabber. And Julie's on here from West Palm Beach. Hello, Julie.
Good morning, guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Julie.
Yeah.
Truly are a jewel, Julie.
Okay. In the Bachelor Boot Camp, what we have, these are actual questions that have been asked on the ABC TV show for the Bachelors. And we're trying to recreate an environment where, let's say you're just talking to a lady who you meet out. Could be a restaurant, a bar, whatever. And this question is posed to you. Now, we're going to go on how you answer. The ladies will vote on who had a better response, Suits or Jaybird. And what sometimes might happen, if you give a bad response, you could wind up with a drink in your face. So the person who gives the worst response in each round will get a drink thrown in their face. That is the way we play the Bachelor Boot Camp here today.
Virginia's the one that throws it, of course. You got to get better at your throwing, by the way.
She has this thing at the end where she like pulls back and it goes all over the place. You just got to let it go, just straight out.
Boy, you really gave our window the business last week.
Yes.
I'll work on it.
Okay. All right. Question number one. We're going to start off with our youngest bachelor to answer first. Suits, Virginia, what is the question in round one for the Bachelor Boot Camp?
Okay, Suits. For our dinner date, what would you do? Where would you take me to make me want to be your dessert?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think I'd make it real fancy. We go somewhere real nice, expensive, wine and dine with 5-star food and very fancy wine. Maybe out on the island, you know.
Oh, Suits.
Gonna treat you real nice, Virginia.
Definitely wet.
I love his tone. See how he brings it down?
Yeah, he brings it down to a pervy level.
Oh, no. That's sex. That's Sea of Sex.
Sea of sex.
Sea of Sex.
Sea of sex that makes me
You're
very
floating in
uncomfortable.
the sea of suit sex. That's what it is. And there's no life preserver here, baby.
I don't want one.
You're going to drown in it.
Take me, Suits.
Okay. All right, same question here for Jabird.
Jabird. Where would you take me and what would you do for my dinner to make me want to be your dessert?
I find out what your favorite snacks are. I find out what your favorite food is. And what we do is I go and get it, I prepare it, and then we have the best, coziest picnic on the beach or any place you want. Oh, yeah, it's picnic time, and we're both real hungry.
Okay.
Cheap guys take you to the beach. I'm just saying. I mean, Suits taking you to the island. He's going all expensive and fancy.
Because your fancy ass wants that kind of stuff. Not everyone is completely, shallow like yourself that needs 5-star crap.
Well, I'm hopeful that our judges are shallow.
Well, let's see here. We'll find out who they think gave the better response. Sarah, who would you say had the better response in that round?
All right, so this is difficult for me because I'm a both type of gal. I love being wined and dined, but I love being cozy on the beach. And so I thought about it, and the one that sounds most comfortable and fun for me is the beach with the snacks.
Okay. First point. Where's your bird?
We have a cobra in the studio.
A spitting cobra.
I'm just disappointed.
Lori, who do you think had the better response?
I feel the same way as Sarah, but I'm going to go with Suits on this one.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very
You're
much.
still in at Sea of Sex.
Interesting voting.
Could have
My
been
answer
could have been
better.
Well, it could have been the tone. It could have been the perv voice.
Gotta bring
Or
the sexy out
It
here.
could have been or cobra in here.
You think she's influencing the ladies?
A little bit. She makes a man want to drink.
I can make you a cocktail. We have a full bar in this studio. We're not alcoholics at all.
I see a lot of talking.
And Julie, you're the tiebreaker here in the first round of the Bachelor Boot Camp. Who do you think had the better response?
I'd have to go with the other two ladies on that, but I think Suits has this one.
All right. The king and the prodigy.
Can't beat the island.
I like it.
Very
Yes,
nice.
Suits. Take us to the island.
Yes. Virginia, would you throw a drink in Jaybird's face?
I
Man,
would
this is-
gladly.
Yes.
I'm gonna go stand over here for a bit.
Yeah. Okay, just go ahead. Yeah, put them cups right up there by you.
All right. You filthy animal. Take it.
Yeah.
Yes. It wakes you up.
Okay, there you go. A little spritzing. Might help your answers. Okay, we move on to round 2 of the Bachelor Boot Camp here. Jaybird, you get to answer first on this question.
Okay.
Virginia, if you would, lay it out here. Imagine this. You're just at a lovely restaurant meeting for the first time, and you have this to say to Jaybird.
Jaybird, what would be the first part of my body that you would want to lick?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hello.
We're going real sexy for the restaurant.
Okay.
Maybe a little scandalous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you want the clean version or the dirty version?
I think you know.
Okay. The butt.
Okay. All right. Suits.
I was.
You want me to give him the question again? Suits is all flustered.
Yeah, Suits is, yeah.
Suits
that might have
just
been his strategy. I didn't see that coming.
Suits just turned pink.
Yeah.
All right, let me give him the question
Lay
again.
it out again.
Let's reset. Suits, what would be the first part of my body you would want to lick?
I think I'd go with. Man, what can I say on here?
Come on, Suits.
I think I'd go a little bit with maybe like a little nipple play or.
Suits, you're supposed to make it romantic.
I don't know. That's a weird question for on the radio. Don't laugh so hard over
How
there,
did you
Kevin.
give a worse answer than me?
That's still not a worse answer than you. I don't care what anybody says.
I love how he's kind of like he's
Well,
working
can
his
I
hand
say
around
this?
like that,
I'm like,
Nipple play. You guys feel me, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Oh man!
I still think it's better than the butt. I just want to
Oh, neither one of them are good answers.
Oh, I didn't say they were good.
Oh, this will tell a lot about our judges. Are they into butt play? If they're into butt play, then.
Man. Okay, I'll start with Julie this round. Julie, who had the better answer in that round of the Bachelor boot camp?
I think I have to go with Suits on this one.
Thank you.
Okay, Lori, who had the better answer?
Oh boy, I'm gonna go with Suits.
Okay, and Sarah from Twitter.
Okay, so this is the predicament. If I go with the first option, I think that tells you a little bit too much about me.
Right, could be very revealing. Okay, so let's see. Who are you
I think
gonna...
I lost.
Okay.
You just I've been drinking my face. You ready?
Yes, you ready?
You were going
to Virginia?
You were going online. What were you doing?
No, I was looking at the questions trying to pick the sexy.
Oh, okay.
All right, ready? In 3, 2, 1, you pig!
There you go. Okay. You're doing a better job this week with throwing the drinks in the face.
We're all learning
And
something.
I
on
like
here.
how you call me a pig. That's good.
Yeah.
You need that. Yeah, pig.
Final round here, Bachelor Boot Camp, Virginia. What is that last question? We are going to start this round again with Suits.
All right, Suits. If you could bring any fruit or vegetable into the bedroom, what would you bring?
Okay.
That's not my wheelhouse. Fruit or vegetable?
Come on, Suits!
I don't know fruit or vegetable.
Oh, my gosh. Fake it till you make it, Suits!
Suits, you are falling.
Suits, you're going to wind up in situations where not every
Cucumber?
girl's going to be going, hey, do you love chicken tenders?
Fruit or vegetable? I don't know, like a banana or something.
I thought we were making headway with this boy.
It's supposed to be
Couldn't
sexy.
it couldn't have been like something else, like a topping or something.
I would stop talking.
Yeah, I think I'm not helping myself here.
Turn your mic off.
Back off. Back away.
Turn your mic off.
Quit while you're sort of ahead.
Run.
Losing.
Run home. Run home.
Jabird.
Yes. Well, the fruits I'm going to be bringing to the bedroom is apple pie. Oh, yeah. I'm going to feed it to you real nice and slow.
That's
and,
a fruit?
Oh, it's apple is in apple pie.
This one was a fruit or vegetable.
I'm a big fan of apple. I'm a big fan of pie.
Interesting. So
Okay, I like that.
one of you answered very horribly, and one of you broke the rules.
How did I break the rule?
Well, I mean,
How did I break the rule?
I think
I don't know.
You
I
had to
think
pay
it's-
attention to the end.
Why are you such a British judge? You're such a hard
You have to
ass.
pay attention to the end.
Gosh, apple. There's apple. There's fruit in there.
It's a pie, though. I don't know.
Pie's a pie.
All right, well, let's see what our ladies say. We'll go to Lori. Lori, who do you think had the better response in the Bachelor Boot Camp on that round?
Oh boy, so close, Suits. I'm giving Jaybird this one.
Yeah. Okay. What do you
Technicalities.
think here, Sarah? Who's your vote for?
So I'm more of a coconut cream pie gal myself, so I'm going to have to go with the banana with Suits.
Oh.
Wow. All right.
It all comes down to this.
Sarah from
Final round.
Twitter.
No, it's Julie
Oh,
now.
Julie. Okay, never mind.
Going out of order, Suits. Let me do the hosting.
Come on, Suits.
You stick to the bad answers. All right, Julie, who's your vote for?
I think I have to go with Jaybird on this.
Apple pie.
Yeah, Suits deserves a little shot in the face.
Or certs.
I almost stayed dry.
Certs.
Have you guys ever had a cert, by the way?
A cert?
It's an old person breath mint that my grandma used to always give me.
We know certs. We're old, too.
I do not know a cert.
Okay, I mean,
You
here,
don't know
have a
certs?
cert.
No, you don't know
No, I wasn't
certs.
born in the 50s like the rest of you guys.
They don't make certs anymore?
Hey, get a bigger cup.
Yeah. The kid, the prodigy, knock him down a peg.
All right, you're getting a double, Suits.
Yeah.
All right, in 3,
Call him a pig.
2, 1. You slime ball!
Oh, that was a great one. Boy,
That's such a great old person term. You slime ball.
Go take a cert.
Yeah. Now here, have a cert. All right, well, Sarah, Lori, Julie, thank you all very much. Going to hook you up with that $50 credit card over to Hoffman's, okay?
Awesome. Thank you. Great.
Ooh, that's a nice little prize for being a judge.
Heck yeah, it is.
That was great fun.
That was some fun stuff.
I don't want it to end.
Well, we'll bring back another round because obviously I think Suits needs it next week.
I don't know if you're getting better, Suits.
Well, he was a little bit of improvement.
He started to. He's just not finishing strong. Finishing. Yeah, that sounds.
Jabird.
Jabird.
You don't like the way Suits finished on you?
All right.
Okay.
Take it easy.
And now it's weird.
Got it. Yeah.
I tell you, they always go too far.
Yeah. Like when I did the binge watching on Arrested Development, that was the last show that I watched. It's a show I wanted to watch, and I'm glad I did. And I'm like, I didn't have guilt walking away from it. But you're right. If you binge watch garbage, and you're going, gosh, I wasted 13 hours, and it was terrible. Awful. So that's the stuff that you don't want. So what is your personal binge record? And are you impressed or not? Somebody said, my personal binge record, first season, House of Cards, 13 episodes, one day.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
That's pretty good. That's 13 hours. That's pretty much waking up, getting right at it.
Dang.
Going to bed.
Working hard. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Somebody did 3 seasons of Sex in the City in one weekend.
It's easy to do, Kev.
That
Especially seasons 2 through 5.
Okay.
They really hit their stride.
Somebody said when Making a Murderer came out, I watched all 10 episodes in a day. Then I watched it again the next day, over 20 hours in 2 days. See, that's what throws me. The going back to it, I get the one time, but going back
right away.
And that didn't see some things I could see watching again.
You loved it.
Are you going back for like details, maybe things you think you missed?
I'm a person that likes to watch things over. You're not. I don't think you're that kind of person.
Not typically, but I was thinking about there's some, like I am watching Veep right now. I watched the first 2 episodes and what's going to be their final season, season 7. And I loved it so much. I'm like going, I think I would go back. Veep, I would rewatch again.
So I feel like comedies are different where you can go back and watch them a lot. But if it's a suspenseful movie and the whole ride the first time is you getting all the twists and turns and, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's the murderer. Once you've seen that, I don't know. Is it as much fun to watch it a second time? Comedies are making you laugh, baby.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right on that. For everything you said, I completely agree with.
Watching The Sixth Sense now, I'm like, all right, Bruce Willis, clearly he's...
You know, once you know the surprise.
he's dead.
Yeah. Somebody did 9 seasons of Gossip Girl in a month. Are you impressed with that?
No, I'm depressed for them.
Okay.
You watched Gossip Girl.
Gilmore Girls.
Oh, Gilmore Girls.
Coming of age tale, Virginia. I think you would really enjoy it.
And somebody watched 36 seasons of Survivor in 6 months.
Whoa.
I like Survivor. That's a good show. I always forget that it's on.
That's like nonstop. Like every day for half of your year is spent. It's like your Survivor year.
I want to go on Survivor.
You do.
I do. I want to be the old guy that no one gives a shot to.
I want to go on The Amazing Race.
Who would you rather have a partner, me or Kevin? Be honest.
Sorry, Bird.
Kevin.
Lie to me.
You. Actually, neither one of y'all. I'm taking Denny's.
Yeah,
I think
he'd
Denny's,
be good.
He can figure stuff out.
Yeah.
He is so smart with life.
That's the right call. Yeah.
But then it goes Denny's, Kevin. Sue.
Oh, get out of here! You are such a witch. I was gonna pick you first, but
this
now
mug.
Whatever. I keep the team alive. What are you talking about?
Sad.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Oh yeah. Man, I gotta tell you, science, man. Science. Creating problems for all of us. For the first time ever in China, scientists have used gene splicing to combine human genes with monkey genes.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Didn't we make 9 movies telling us why this was a bad idea?
Yes.
Now, here was the outcome. Apparently, they're not yet super smart monkeys like in Planet of the Apes, but They have gotten a little bit better on some of the tests that they've given them, like memory tests. Now, the brains didn't get any bigger, but they did take longer to develop, just like the brains of human children. So apparently that is a positive for that.
What's next? Rat people?
I don't know.
Is that where we're heading?
Ask the scientists.
I don't want to meet a rat guy. I just don't.
Llama man? Is that what we're doing?
Llama man. They spit at you. One expert's calling this a slippery slope. You think?
Yeah.
Shark children?
They do have Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, they've already been there. Science already beat you to it.
Well,
yeah.
It's not real.
Are you sure?
It's a movie.
That was a documentary. Scientists also have done something else that could be troubling to some of you. They've developed a machine capable of predicting the future.
Really?
They say the machine consists of photonic quantum information processed with something that is capable of mapping out all the potential future outcomes of a decision process. It then holds apparently just 16 possible futures in simultaneous superposition, weighted by the probability of occurrence.
That needs to be said like this. It takes 16 possible futures in simultaneous superposition, weighted by the possibility of probable...
I like your science voice.
Can you give me lotto numbers or not?
No, they would give you 16 combinations. So
Well, they suck.
That's not... Then
I
no.
can give you 16 combinations of how it's going to go down.
Right. Let's just say science, you suck. Well, this is twisted. A British man with a sick obsession for pleasuring himself in front of horses has now been arrested for the second time within a 24-hour period.
There's a name for that.
Creepy and weird.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a legit name.
There is.
He doesn't touch the horses, does he?
No, he just has them watch.
Which is...
What?
You could argue that's even... Is that more twisted and weird?
That's very twisted and weird.
The horse has got to be like, really?
They catch him the first time. He goes in front of the judge, and he's like going, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I'm going to my doctor for libido-suppressing drugs. And the judge is like, all right. 24 hours later, he's in front of the judge again. Now he's going to be jailed for 8 months. And he's got 12 similar busts on his record. So horses all over Great Britain are forced to watch this guy.
I don't know if there is an official name for the horse being forced to watch in her court. That almost kind of rhymed.
A horse is forced, of course.
There's nothing for it, though.
This guy also has 9 breaches of an antisocial behavior order for punching the clown in public. That's just what he does.
But does he do it in front of other people, or is it just horses?
Yeah, it's not just horses. He he likes to switch it up every now and then. Depends upon what day of the week it is.
Squirrels sometimes.
Yeah.
Pigs.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, whoa,
But
hey.
that's a great. Is it just animals? And if it's just animals, do you think? Let's say this guy goes out to a farm where no humans are at, and he does that. Do you still think he should be thrown in jail?
He's still creepy, but his sentence shouldn't be as bad because I don't think the horse entirely knows what's going on.
That's a.
The horse disagrees.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't touch the horse, I think the horse is probably just like, what the hell's going on? Oh, well, this guy's just, I guess, massaging himself.
Is that a crime? If there's no
Yes.
humans around and you're just doing that, and
Well, this guy's going to jail.
but there's probably people that saw him do it.
Right. If there's no human eyes, is
You
it a
don't want your
crime?
horse seeing that.
I agree. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
figure out the law.
Now, keep in mind, these are British courts, too. Well, there's a drunk guy in Naples, Florida, that got arrested on Sunday after he harassed people at an Olive Garden. He put on quite a show.
A lot of drama at the Olive Garden this week.
Yeah, there has been. He starts off by trying to fight an employee. Then when they finally get the guy outside, apparently he took off his shirt and ate a plate of spaghetti with his bare hands.
Wow.
It's a power move.
It's a power move.
A guy in New Jersey had a threesome with his girlfriend and another woman last weekend. Then, when they were done, he sent his girlfriend home in a cab and let the other woman stay.
Oh, he let the side piece stay and
Yep.
told his girl to leave?
Hop in a cab, go home, girl.
Oh, this is not going to turn out well for you.
No.
She's going to come back with a vengeance.
She did. She came back the next day and burned his apartment down.
I don't hate the move.
That too is a power move.
It's a power move, but hey, you know what? He deserved it.
There's a police officer in North Carolina that's facing charges for planting drugs in a guy's car because the guy was dating the cop's ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
wow, that
shady.
is scary.
Right?
I wonder how they caught him.
I don't know.
That
He
is
busted.
horrifying. And see, that's right there. You can't mess with the cops because they can mess with you harder. Checkmate.
That's like that movie Unlawful Entry with Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta. I don't want to spoil it. I've already spoiled Sixth Sense.
The movie's 30 years old.
I'm not going to see it. Tell me.
It's too boring, but it's good. It's a good movie.
Wait, you said
You're
it's
too
boring.
or the movie's boring?
I'm gonna explain
You're not selling
it.
it well.
I'm not selling it well.
What did the cop do? Damn it.
He's got a thing for Kurt Russell's wife.
Okay.
And he hits on her, and she,
rebukes him.
And then he follows her around. It gets creepy. Starts breaking in the house, watching them in the thrills of lovemaking.
The cops watching them?
Yeah.
Do they see him?
Yeah, it's a big to-do.
Gotta watch the movie, Virginia.
I feel like I just got the synopsis.
All right.
I feel like it's gonna be hard to find, though.
No, people know that movie. That's a hit.
What's the name of
Where
it?
do you go to watch it?
Unlawful Entry. You could go rent it or buy it. Unlawful Entry, big time hit.
You could go to Blockbuster. Oh.
Everyone says, why do you always talk about renting movies? You can rent movies on your movie thingy.
Apple.
But they don't have every movie made.
They got a lot of them. They're most.
Let's see if I'm going to see if Unlawful Entry is going to be available if I want to watch it this weekend.
You're going to be eating crow, as they say in the biz.
Okay, get it ready. There's a man in Orlando who was taunting the police while riding his motorcycle. He passed by the sheriff's office twice, revved his engine, started smiling at several of the officers who were standing outside. They were just going to let him go, but then apparently they got a complaint call about him riding all reckless, so they wind up in a police chase.
Oh,
He's
no.
weaving in and out of traffic.
It's not going to be good.
Guy actually lost the cops. So they're driving down the road going, I don't know where he is. Oh, wait, there he is. He's laying in the grass. Apparently he crashed into a tree. He was rushed to the hospital with leg and facial fractures. He broke his face.
Dude, what are you doing?
And then they hit him with charges.
Enjoy your broken face in jail, idiot.
Maybe he'll have this guy as a roommate. There's a dude in Oklahoma who got arrested for theft and weapons charges. His legal name, Jeremiah Bullfrog Robinson.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Yeah. And finally, in Louisiana, a woman who's supposedly suffering from kidney stones ends up giving birth to a little baby girl.
Surprise.
Wow. She had no idea. She said she felt sick. She gained a little bit of weight, but
Hey, who hasn't?
Yeah. Wasn't really anything noticeable. And apparently she seemed to still have a monthly cycle. When she went in to get her kidney stones taken care of, a baby instead popped out.
Oh my gosh. Surprise.
Her and her 20-year-old husband apparently weren't saving for a baby, so they had to go to GoFundMe, where they've gotten $7,500 for the unexpected bundle of joy.
That'll cover practically nothing.
$7,500?
That'll last you a couple of years, maybe.
Now they're in Louisiana. Maybe you can make a dollar go further there, Virginia.
You can. You absolutely can.
All right. And that is your whacked out news. I thought this is kind of fun on Twitter. People who have to work in retail, you're always told the customer's always right. Are they?
No, hell no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're not. The customers are wrong a lot, actually.
Yeah. They were taking stories of dumb consumers and stuff that they've done. There was some stuff that was on there. It's, I'm sure, just very therapeutic to be able to vent about the idiocy that you see on the job all the time. And you're like, yes, okay.
There's a lot of videos of people losing their minds at fast food, restaurants. Their order got mixed up or something, and the manager's always trying to be cool, and the customer is always right. People love to say that at fast food places. Customer's always right.
It's $1. Chances are you're not going to be right every time.
Yeah, I mean, things are going to happen at a fast food restaurant.
It's $1.
One of these stories on Twitter said, I worked in a hotel for a while. A couple tried to check in. I couldn't find a record of their booking. Then, of course, bafflement ensues. And obviously, it's my fault. And they're just laying all this blame on me. They're getting loud, starting to cause a scene. You lost my booking. You ruined my trip. Got the manager out there and realized they turned up a day early.
Yeah, that sucks.
That does suck.
somebody
That's
else.
embarrassing. You hope they say sorry too.
They better.
After you're creating a big scene,
Some
and you
people
get the
don't do
manager
that
involved.
though.
Yeah.
Some people act like they're you know what? Here.
Well, then you better find me a room for tonight then too.
You better get it together tomorrow.
I'll be back.
I will be back.
Somebody said I work at a hotel and a guest came to check out after staying for 3 days and complained about the room, saying that it was, quote, ridiculous that he had to sleep on the couch and, a bed would have been nice. This is after 3 days. I said, did you even go to the bedroom or did you just stay in the living area? What bedroom? The living area is separate. He didn't even walk into the bedroom.
What?
3 days.
How did
He
that
couldn't
even-
find the bedroom. He slept on the couch and blamed us for it.
How did that even happen?
If it has a door, maybe you thought that it was just not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. You need to just crawl under a rug at that point.
So here I am. I'm in the store, and this angry customer approaches me. They go on this rant. Your customer service is terrible. Blah, 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 blah. You guys should be shut down. And I say, do you feel better? And she flew right back into a rage. I want to speak to the manager. I just said, I'll pass it along, but I don't work here. I don't know what you want me to do.
That is awesome.
I'm not even employed.
That is great.
In this place, so okay, well, all right.
Don't go to Target dressed in a red shirt and khakis. You will get a lot of heat.
Ever had an experience where the customer isn't always right? You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF. Oh, it's fun stuff. Customer's always right. That's what they tell you in retail. Somebody said, when I worked in retail, we always said the customer's always an a-hole. Wow. Yeah, okay, that too. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, that's some fun stuff. Somebody sent this one, and I like this. It's kind of like a script here, basically, of an exchange that had happened at a coffee shop. Let's see here. Virginia, can you play a bitchy, rude woman trying to order a coffee?
It's going to be a stretch.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
I play it every day.
All right, so you do that. I'll play the person who's the barista, the person working at the coffee shop here, and this is the exchange and how it went down.
Okay. Any, where am I from?
Boca, this is a setting in Boca Raton, Florida.
Gotcha.
And this is an exchange at a lovely Starbucks there.
Okay. I'd like a cappuccino, please. No chocolate on top, though. No foam and no milk.
Okay, so you'd like a black coffee?
No, I said I want a cappuccino. I only like cappuccino.
So I make a black coffee.
Perfect. I don't understand why you had to be so difficult about it.
I think sometimes that's it. You just have to grin and be like, okay, sure, thanks. Should make you a black coffee, and there we go.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That really happened.
That was one of the things that was posted up on Twitter. Somebody said this is an actual exchange that happened to me. This is what you got to deal with. Josie's on here from Tamarack. You had an issue with a customer. What happened, Josie?
When I worked in retail pharmacy, I had a customer come back and he was yelling and screaming that he had dropped off a prescription to me and with me, and he was yelling, screaming, cursing. He went and got the store manager, and they all came back there, and they were looking frantically for this prescription that he never gave to me. And the manager went and pulled the footage to see, if he came in at the time that he was saying that he came in, which he didn't. And he's on the phone with his wife yelling at him, saying, I can't believe they lost my prescription. They're idiots. They're, cursing and yelling. And she's telling him, you dropped it off at Walgreens and not CVS. And he was like, I'm so sorry. And I just looked at him like, you're the biggest idiot on the planet. And I just gave him that look.
Good.
I'm not going to say it's okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Drop it off.
I assume you probably just at the snap of a finger, you can dial up that expression, right, Josie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lots of practice. That's unbelievable. I just love that when somebody's being completely rude and they're berating you and screaming at you about what an idiot you are, and the reason why you're in this predicament is actually because of their idiocy.
They went to the different drugstore.
Yeah.
I showed you that one clip of that. I mean, she's a really smoking hot girl, but you could tell she's never been said no in her life. And she's, I mean, just belittling these people who messed up the order or something. She's like, my kids don't eat red things. My kids don't eat red things. And she's screaming at them, and she's talking about what language they're speaking. I mean, she really was despicable. And as she's screaming at him, she walks into the door.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the whole thing is on video.
Pretty good.
It's so good.
It's pretty good.
Instant karma.
Joanna's on here from West Palm Beach. You had an issue where the customer wasn't always right.
Yes, I did. I just want to say I love you guys, by the way. I listen to you every morning.
Thank you.
Yes. So I had a situation with an old job, and at the time I had actually put in my notice for leaving, but there was this customer that came in, and I knew her. She was a regular. She came in all the time. She came in and brought and had a purse that I really liked, and I complimented her on the purse, and I was like, oh, my gosh, it's so pretty. So she left that day. A couple weeks later, she comes back and brings me, like, an exact same purse that she had, like, as a gift, and she made it seem like it was a gift. She didn't tell me that I was going to owe her money for it or anything.
Mhm.
So at first I told her, I was like, oh, I can't accept that. You know, I don't have the money to pay for that. And she was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Then a week after, it was my last week at work, so I wasn't there anymore, and she's blowing my phone up. I don't even know how she got my phone number, but she was blowing my phone up, cursing me out, acting like a psycho, saying that I owed her money. So I took the purse back to my old job and left it there, and she got even more pissed. And my old boss called me, and it was just insane. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even ask for this. Like, I didn't ask
That's
to pay for
so
this purse.
weird.
I couldn't believe it.
So it's in a sense, it's like you think it's a gift, but it's actually a forced thing where she tried to do it. That's a weird way to do sales, isn't it?
That is weird.
Yeah, and I didn't even ask for it, and
Yeah.
I even said to her when she gave it to me, like, I can't accept this, and she kind of, like, forced it on me, and then turns it around like I'm not going to pay her. It was ridiculous.
Wow, that's an interesting sales tactic.
She's a lunatic.
It's kind of like if you touch it, you paid for it. Oh, no, you owe me money now, and there's no return policy.
Lunatic.
Lunatic.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
Talking about customers getting all upset and then going off the people working in stores. Well, you got to vent somewhere, some way, somehow. Somebody said, yeah, I had one of those things where the customer insisted that I was completely wrong. I worked at a fancy schmancy country club. One night this member comes in, starts berating my friend and coworker about a bottle of wine he'd asked for. Well, turns out the distributor of the wine had actually changed the label of the wine. Same wine, just different label. Is sitting there making a big scene, brings a manager over, and they turn around and say, it's the exact same brand you're ordering. It's just a new label. Of course, he was too butthurt to be shown that he was wrong. So instead of apologizing, he still insisted it was the wrong wine. Just
Oh, yeah. So
all right,
sometimes
we're just
people, they'll
yeah.
double down because they're so embarrassed. They know they're wrong. Like, no, it's the wrong wine.
No, wait. I'm a wine expert, and you're trying to tell me that my palate is wrong? That's not the label either. It's not the same wine. I know. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Somebody say, I'm a nurse. I had a patient who was upset about his lunch order and decided the best option was to throw his tray at me.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
That's intense.
I called security. Their security, their solution for the whole thing was like, well, it just looks like you guys got off on the wrong foot. Why don't we start all over again?
I don't think this is going to work out.
Somebody else that I had a customer at Target years ago, she accused me of stealing her credit card. She called me a B and all kinds of other awful names right in front of the customers, was yelling at her. Long story short, turns out she had actually gone to the mall and used the credit card, and it was her mother's card. She tried to blame the charges on me.
Oh.
I never left the register the entire time. She was on a shopping spree.
That is messy.
It happened in Boca. How's your phone?
It's seen better times, my friend.
It looks like a truck ran over it.
The only good day, however, was the first day you took it out of the package.
It's been all downhill since.
The phone had to be like, no, not him.
No.
Anybody but him.
Well, this is an interesting story that had come out here, and I guess this is just true love. If you remember Miami Dolphins former quarterback Jay Cutler from a couple years ago?
Yes.
He's a reality TV star now because of his wife, Kristen Cavallari.
He did a little stint in New Orleans as the quarterback, I believe, for a little bit.
Did he?
I think he may have. Was he the one with the drinking problem?
No, that was you.
One of them had a drinking problem. Maybe it was a different guy.
Nah, well, it's New Orleans. I only know him for he was with the Bears for quite a while. and then
Okay.
Miami picked him up, so I don't know if he was with New Orleans. Not in my thing. But apparently he's a big reality star. Apparently a lot better on TV than he is on a football field, at least for Dolphins fans. So Kristen Cavallari, she's giving this true confession to get attention that apparently one time she had clogged milk ducts.
What exactly is that? I was reading that, and it started turning my stomach, and I stopped reading it.
I had that with baby Rocco, and it was awful.
What does that mean? It's like just milk won't come out?
Yeah, basically, it like gets like jarred in there, and it is the most painful thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
I was
Okay.
in tears. I was crying. I was like sobbing to my doctor on the phone. Please,
This
make
is
it stop.
a boob thing, is what you're telling me.
It's a boob thing when you're nursing your baby. Yes, and you can prevent it by expelling milk all the time. You have to just like keep like expelling it. You get a problem when you're like I did. I came to work and I wasn't pumping enough, and it got blocked up in there.
So how do you get it unblocked?
You're supposed to put like a hot compress on it and just pray. Which was
is that really the
awful.
remedy?
That was really what the doctor told me. I'm like, no, you need to get me some Vicodin now.
Well, that would go in the milk, wouldn't it?
Well, I'll pump and dump. I'm in pain.
What does that mean, pump and dump?
Means if you take.
It means she's going to take a poop while she breastfeeds.
No,
That's terrible.
it's not me what it means.
Pump and dump sounds miserable.
I do
for
not
the
want to be
baby.
the baby in that. Oh, Mom,
Oh,
please.
come on.
No more
Feeding
pumping
the
and
kid
dumping.
while you're pooping? It's terrible.
Not what it means.
That's just what an image.
Not cool, Mom.
Trying to eat here.
It means you get the breast milk out of your boobie and then you throw it away because you know there's medication in it and you can't give it to the baby.
So how many dumps do you have to do before
For
you...
Vicodin, yeah.
For
Do
Vicodin.
they give you a flow chart on that?
About a day.
Okay, so you have to have a day of milk stored, then you can go
Right.
to Vicodin town.
Yes.
Got ya.
Yes.
Well, the way that Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari handled it is apparently he helped the blockage by sucking on her teat, and she says he sucked harder than he's ever sucked before, which if you saw him play in Miami, that's saying a lot. So
Did he get it out?
apparently so.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, but I was just kind of curious. Is this standard? Is this what husbands do? Is this the ultimate sign of love? Have you ever done anything that's completely gross for a loved one and just said, out of love, I do it?
Oh, I'm sure you'll get some real gross stories coming up.
I know women will try to say, oh, I popped a zit because I love him so much. No, you didn't.
You popped a
it
zit because you're
yeah,
a maniac.
You wanted to pop it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did it because I knew it was good for him. And
I pop them because I don't like to see them. But it is kind of fun to pop them, too.
yeah, exactly. So any woman who's going to try to be like going, yeah, because I love him so much, I pop his zits. No, I'm not going to take that.
Yeah, I hate your whole stance on pimples, Virginia. She calls them out when you have them in front of a group of people, and she likes to rip them off of you, too.
Well, I'm taking care of it for you.
Why do you have to tell everybody that I've got a pimple? Hey, everybody, Jason's got the biggest pimple on his neck.
I haven't done that since 2007.
That is a lie, Your Honor. That's a lie, and I want that retracted from the...
I was drinking that day heavily. The margaritas did it.
She was pumping and dumping.
And somebody texts in, WTF, Virginia, Drew Brees has been in New Orleans as long as your show's been on the air. What are you drinking this morning?
There was a quarterback way back in the day. I can't remember.
Bobby Hebert?
No, it was between Bobby and Drew. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
That wasn't Steve Walsh, was it?
He was there too.
Okay. All right.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Laugh the fuck at it.
Blame it on the Vicodin. Well, that's tough, and I guess maybe it's true love if those milk ducts get clogged while you're breastfeeding. Got to get your man to suck them free, I guess. Apparently that is happened, yeah.
Nobody told me to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said that Dak Shepard and Kristen Bell also did the same thing. Maybe it's just a celebrity thing. That's what celebrities do.
It probably is.
Because it makes for a great interview question.
It's a great story on the late night show.
Yeah.
If celebrities do it, I would have totally done it.
Gosh, I try not to look for celebrities to tell me what to do in life.
Right. Yeah, maybe listen to the doctor instead of Jay Cutler. Talking about what you do for true love, somebody said my husband gave me a shower after my C-section and took off my bandages, and it was one of the sweetest things he ever did.
Aww.
Yeah, when you do something really gross for a partner, it is gross, but if you get through it, it puts you on a different level in your relationship.
Well, especially if someone's sick or hurt, I think the human part of you comes out, and you try. It's hard to get grossed out when you're tending to a loved one like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it does. Somebody on the chat room said, yeah, my ex needed to give his stool sample at home, and I had to help. It was gross, but does that bring you closer together?
Yeah,
or does
it does. It brings you closer.
Does it?
It's awful, and it sucks, and it's gross, but of course that brings you closer together. You got each other's back.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is.
Literally.
You say, look,
I got your back.
Yeah, if we can do this and survive this, we can do anything.
I think if you are with somebody that you truly like, not only a lover, but a friend, you absolutely do that with no problem whatsoever. Now, if you don't like your mate, you're like, yeah, you're gross. Leave me alone, pig.
Somebody said this concept happened in the movie Neighbors with Seth Rogen having to milk her. So maybe it's just in Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood, this is what they do.
It's a Hollywood thing.
It is a Hollywood thing. Yep.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ show.
Talking about the gross thing you did for love. Boy, this is a story. Somebody texted into us and said, yeah, we're on a boat at the sandbar, and I had to go number 2. I really didn't want to because I had nothing to wipe with, but my boyfriend, he came with me. He told me to stick my butt in the water, and then he wiped my butt for me.
Oh, now that is true love.
Girl.
Yeah.
You got to wipe your own butt.
She had to have been hammered.
You put your hand in the water.
There's more to this story. Yeah, there's like
No.
It's not the love story she's painting, is what you're telling me. There's more to it.
She needs to put her hand in the water and wipe her own butt. Why would you want your guy to do it? You're not disabled. You're just at the sandbar. That's so weird.
Well, I have seen some people that, yes, they've drunk themselves into disabilities at the sandbar. So I think that's really what happened.
You wipe your own self with your own hand, and then you rub your hand in the sand.
I don't care what situation I'm in. I will never have somebody help me wipe my butt.
Thank
Never.
you.
I'm sorry.
Not unless both my arms and both my feet don't work.
It would have to be a really, really hairy situation.
And it might be, depending upon the butt.
You're correct.
And somebody said, speaking of which, I'm sure that Panda has helped Virginia many a time through drunken vomiting and hangovers, of course.
I don't vomit. I'm a pro. I haven't vomited since I was in college.
I mean, the disgust.
Thanks for trying, though.
You are so offended.
Right.
You ask Panda how many times he's held my hair. It's going to be a big fat 0.
Okay. Text Panda, find out if that's true, Jaybird.
No, she's right. She's all balls, baby.
I drink like a man.
Yeah, I have 0 I've never seen her lose her cookies ever. I mean, you've seen me throw up so many
that's alcohol abuse. Her body wants all that booze in it.
I need it like a sponge.
Yes, come on. Well, the beer's already cracked. That means wisdom's about to flow. Jaybird, what you got for your thought for the day?
Please enlighten us, oh wise one.
Eat the spaghetti to forgetty your regretty.
Okay.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason, youtube.com/K